Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it,
Felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first down, it's Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis from 19 yards away. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Prescott to throw it. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Peterson ended up having a really good year, over 1,000 yards, which was 8th in the NFL in rushing. Of course, he was signed after the injury to Darius Geis.
Yeah, that happened midway through the preseason. And he came in and blew them away in a workout, and they wouldn't let him leave Washington, D.C. And guess what? They saddled him up 1,042 yards. His 8,000-yard season. You have to include a 2,000.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Right.
A shotgun snap for Smith, escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Smith now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Hey, let's roll.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point attempt to come here. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Matt Ioannidis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing. Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to fire one deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. that a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Prescott now, option right. He can run for it, and he will. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So out now come the Redskins. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get it.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Prescott looks to throw on first. Dancing. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but it's a foot race. The 40, 30, and they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Right. Back to throw, Smith. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Smith again. Looking long for his tight end read. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 19 yards away. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Hey, back up.
They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, We're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
There you go. All right, hey. There we go. Going to 53. Let's go. Let's finish now. Got it. Here we go. 46, 46.
Prescott now. Option right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing here, Prescott. Being chased out left. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
12. Hey, back up. Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Malik Collins in there to drop him for a loss on the play. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.